Upadhi. Upadhi is something which distinctly shows up an object which is unknowable otherwise. Upadhi can be treated as an index to an object. In order to understand Upadhi, let's have a look at this example. If you see this transparent tape, you see a red tape indicator here. This red tape indicator helps us to recognize the beginning of this transparent tape. So this red tape indicator can be called as an Upadhi for this transparent tape because it helps to recognize the beginning of the tape. Let's move on to types of Upadhi. There are two types of Upadhi. First one is Upadhi as an adjunct, and the second one is Upadhi not clinging to the object. Let's move on to the first one. Upadhi as an adjunct, that means it is attached to the object. In order to understand this type of Upadhi, let's consider an example of golden ornaments. If you see here, you see a golden necklace. This golden necklace is nothing but gold, but it is helping us to recognize gold. Similarly, a golden ring or a golden bangle or a golden earring, all these are different shapes of gold, but they are helping us to recognize gold. So all these shapes can be considered as Upadhis for gold. Similarly, you see a mud pot here. This pot represents clay. So, this pot helps us to recognize clay. Similarly, tiles and the lamps and the bricks, all these are different shapes of clay, but it helps us to recognize clay. If someone comes and asks, "Show me clay," one would show a pot, or other might show a tile, or someone can show a brick. So all these different shapes are nothing but Upadhis for clay. Let's move on to the second type of Upadhi, where Upadhi is not attached to the object, but it stays separate and also helps to recognize that object. Let's consider an example of Spatika Lingam. Spatika Lingam is, in its true nature, it's transparent and it's difficult to see. When it's placed on a blue background like this, it appears blue. Although its true nature is being transparent, due to the proximity of this blue color background, it is showing up blue. Similarly, when the lingam is placed on an orange background, it appears orange colored, and when it's placed on a black background like this, it appears black, and when it's placed on a pink background like this, it appears pink. So all these different backgrounds kept separate and not clinging to the transparent Spatika Lingam, but they are helping us to recognize this Spatika Lingam. That's why these backgrounds can be treated as Upadhis for the Spatika Lingam. Let's apply the same thing to our existence. In the Jagat where we are living, we see lots of variations. It contains many entities with the name and shape associated with it, called Nama and Rupam. In Brahma Sutra Bhashya 2.5.19, it is quoted that Yadi hi Namarupe na vyakriyete tada asyatmano nirupadhikam rupam prajnana ghanakyam na pratikhyayeta. It means, had the Brahman not created the world at all, we would never have known its inherent Swarupa as Prajnana Ghana. So, only through these Nama and Rupam, we are able to recognize Brahman. That's why Jagat is nothing but Upadhi for Brahman. Let's introspect on Spatika Lingam example again. First, let's consider Spatika Lingam kept on pink background. If you remove this pink background, you will see a transparent lingam which is otherwise little difficult to see. Similarly, if you take the lingam which is kept on different backgrounds and looking different colors based upon it, if you remove all these backgrounds, you will be left with transparent Spatika lingam which is otherwise difficult to see. The true inherent nature of this Spatika lingam is to be transparent. But due to the proximity of these backgrounds, it was appearing with the different colors. Here we can conclude that Upadhi has both advantage and also disadvantage for the viewer. The advantage being it has the capability to show the otherwise unknowable object's existence, and the disadvantage being Upadhi can mask the inherent nature of the object and it shows the object in a wrong way. So, in order to know the inherent nature of an object, you always need to leave Upadhi and go beyond it.